That's better. Oh, let's talk spring cleanup. Does your grass look like this right now? Oof. I remember a few years ago when this happened to me, it was a nightmare. So what's the first thing I do? I go out and rake it. Well, and then I actually burned it, and that was pretty fun. But normally you end up with these huge piles of debris, and it's actually a lot of work to run a leaf rake through there and to clean everything up. But it is actually pretty important, because when it's as bad as this, you've got to do something. So if you're new, you may not know this, but I have one of those Sunjoe battery-powered dethatcher scarifiers, whatever you want to call it. It's a super lightweight, super light duty piece of equipment. It runs for maybe about 20 to 30 minutes, but it's capable of doing a fairly average size yard and cleaning it up pretty well. Now, it has a bagging feature that works okay, but if you have a lot of debris, it's gonna fill it up like every 5 seconds. It's almost better to just get that stuff up and loose and then run your mower over it and bag everything. But let's talk about the importance of this real quick. This debris is not necessarily a terrible thing, but in the front side of the season, it's going to prevent growth on your lawn. And so it's good to get rid of it. Now, like I said, you can use a mower, you can use one of these little dethatcher things. And quite frankly, I was really super skeptical of these stupid little machines. They're everywhere. If you just quickly look for Sunjoe on YouTube, or the Greenworks one, or now Ryobi has one. I mean, pretty much everybody has one, so they can't be all wrong, right? And it's funny because there are others out there that just absolutely mock these little pieces of equipment, but they work really well. They're light duty. You're not gonna go out there and do a whole ton of commercial properties, but who's doing that with one of these anyway? It's a cool tool to have on hand, and the prices have definitely come down on them. Now, I chose the one that I have because it is battery powered, and I don't want to have a cord running around, and I just think that it's a much better option. So everything that you're seeing here is turf that either tried to grow very late in the season that wasn't cut, it was tall grass that laid over, it was just the winter kill and die off, and all of the new growth is coming in, and it kind of works like an insulating layer. So that kind of does two things for you. It's protecting whatever's down there through the winter time, but then it's also going to keep things from growing as we come into springtime. So again, the sooner you remove that, the better, because it's going to start warming up and you're going to see more new growth, and it's going to need to push through. So cleaning up that lawn, huge deal. Now, are we really losing anything by clearing all of that out? Kind of yes, kind of no. I mean, it's something that you could sort of mulch back in if you really wanted to. But for the most part, your grass, the way you fertilize it, you don't need to be replenishing it with any of that sort of extra organic matter. You know, it's better to just get rid of it. Pull that off at the beginning of the year, dump it somewhere, light it on fire if you want to, whatever you really want to do with it, it's going to be just fine. The only thing that I hate about taking stuff away is whenever people pile it into plastic bags. If there was one thing I just wish would stop, is that piece of people taking their grass clippings and putting them into garbage bags and sending them off to the dump. There has to be a better way. We have to be better about that. That is nothing that needs to be going to the landfills. So keep that in mind, please, if you're one of those people. I was, especially as a kid. That's just the way we did it. It was into a hefty sack and gone. Didn't really think anything of it. Now, times have changed. We've got to be a little bit better about that kind of stuff. If there's a first thing that I'm going to do once everything kind of comes out, I'm going to run this stupid little machine out there, because I want to clean everything up. I want to kind of give it a nice breath of fresh air there, get everything cleared, get everything clean, and then get my robo mower out there working as soon as possible, because obviously I don't have a mower anymore. Now, that could change, so I would encourage you to kind of watch what I have in mind, because there's some things that are cooking up here in the old noggin toboggan. So while I can't wait for springtime, again, I got to get more skiing in today. Another foot of snow has fallen just since I've come down off the mountain. It just keeps coming. The hits are coming. We're headed for 600 inches. And you know what? I would say that you probably should watch this video right here next, because it talks and goes into a little bit more in depth about that Sunjoe piece of equipment. And I think you'll like it. So there you go. Check on that. It's just me working. You'll like it. It's good. Okay, bye.